Hello and welcome to this Gran Turismo video. We're at Daytona International Speedway, the trial version, and that is because we're in the Plymouth Superbird. Yes, they have officially acknowledged oval racing as an actual thing. The Polyphony developers have added basically NASCAR racing, but if you were all stuck in the Plymouth Superbird, infamously driven by Richard Petty. So, 7 laps, around 5.5 minutes here at Daytona. We're starting P5 out of 15, and of course it's going to be a drafting track, so it is going to be very interesting to see how the Gran Turismo population takes to not being able to brake and overtake, but staying in line with each other and drafting. So anyway, you might notice I pause and then unpause. This is so then I'm full throttle when the race starts, because I'm a controller player. Who would have thought? So anyway, in the turns 1 and 2, something I've done many times in NASCAR video games, get onto the bumper of this guy, and already he goes off. I'm kind of still going full throttle. He hits the wall. Around I go. I do save it though, pretty good save. But this is Gran Turismo, of course, so that means if you stay off track for long enough, you're getting teleported all the way back there. So that's an instant, we're not continuing that. Right, so this is the second race I did. We're starting P3 this time. Hopefully, we make it past more than just under a quarter of a lap, or a third of a lap, I should say. I am hopeful that we do better. It is 20 past 8 when this race was done. And already I wanted to cry due to the first one. So we're ready to get going again. Hopefully I can actually make it past a full lap this time. Well, this is all pre-recorded, so I'll know what will happen. So anyway, green flag's out, and away we go. Heading into turns 1 and 2. I get a good run because I'm in the slipstream, and I'm going to go around the outside, or try to, but I'm not going to be able to do it until I fall back in line. But he goes up the racetrack a little bit. I've got my nose in there, and that is possibly P2. Might get a shove from behind, but I'm going to make a run for P1. Or not, I'm going to get barged, shoved nearly off the racetrack, but we come back on, that's fine. And there's a bit of barging going on, and I just get squeezed free wide off the track onto the grass. I think I save it pretty well there. But this is a big mistake, into the wall, and this is where this is probably a big mistake, as no one lifted for me heading into the wall, especially that purple car just ramming me. So you know what that means? Suspension damage on all fronts and engine damage, meaning my car's going to max out at 130 miles per hour. So yeah, essentially my race is over due to the engine damage. But unlike last race, we're going to soldier on because I'm not that far behind from the lead pack, and if I get lucky, there'll be a few incidences. So we trundle along, and I won't lie to you, not much happened in this race, apart from the fact that we're coming. This is the end of lap 2, or coming towards the end of lap 2, coming in as lap 3. I'm in 12th position here into the trial oval. Gonna start my third lap. I'll look behind me and see how far the car behind is. Now this is like the most interesting thing, because the Gran Turismo has ghosting system, and it's a good thing because I would have died then, and I won't lie to you, I was scared. That scared the living hell out of me just seeing a car come through me. So anyway, this is the end of lap 3, and you might notice yellow flag and a bit of smoke. Someone has spun out, so we've gone from P12 to P11. Progress, I guess. You might also notice someone up ahead has had an incident because they've left, race quitted. So that's a top 10, which is not bad considering I'm literally nowhere near a car's draft. We still soldier on, I suppose, as we go from 15 runners to 12 runners. I am going to be on the last. I'm going to be near the bottom. I'm going to be one of the last finishers of this race, it seems. But still, we soldier on and hope for more incidences. So yeah, not much happened there on lap 4. This is lap 6. Coming towards the end of lap 6 into turn 3, and I think someone up here spun off, or might be coming across the line where someone spun off. I'm not sure. But anyway, we are approaching the final lap of this race. My suffering will be over in about another 47 seconds. So as I say, we soldier on. Yellow flags ahead. Someone has spun off in the middle of turns 1 and 2. So that'll be P9 for us, which is much greatly appreciated as, again, it's another position and we're down to 11 runners. And we're coming across the line now. Yellow flags up ahead. I won't catch up, so I just kind of go on the apron a bit. Which the game rewards me by giving me a time penalty at the end of the race where I gained no advantage. But it won't affect us too heavily because of how much of a gap we had over P10. So that P9 does stay, but it could have been P8 possibly. No, it wouldn't. It's 5 seconds behind. So yeah, P9 out of 15 runners. And this is the final race I did. A lot more clean racing in this race, shall I say. But oh my lord, it is very difficult to pass once you are behind the leader. So into turns 1 and 2. We're coming into turn 1, I should say. I got a car on my outside trying to make it happen. Car red, who's also in the same car as me. Going to try and figure out a way on how to get past him. He leaves a bit of a gap or not. But if I stick with him, he can get past the leader. But the leader's going to try and run him down below the yellow line, which, if you are new here, I would consider myself, I'm a bit of an oval newbie. But you can't pass below the yellow line in NASCAR and in most oval racing, as it's an illegal part of the surface. So anyway, we hold position in P3. Now, keep an eye on the yellow car in my mirror, I should say. As here he comes, barges his way through, puts me in the wall. I go from 3rd to 5th. Well, 3rd to 5th, now we're in 6th, I should say. And I get a bit of a bump from behind, which is good. But you can see up ahead here, same yellow car, carnage up ahead. And I get a huge run, and I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with you barging me. So, below the yellow line I go. Now, since this is Gran Turismo, I ain't going to get penalised for that. I will only get penalised if I cut the track, and I didn't cut the track technically, so we're fine. But we're up to P5, and a bit of slowness there. Car up ahead hits the wall, lift to hit the brake a little bit, because I know how to use the brake throttle. And down the inside I go, P3 on to lap 3, and now the chase is 100% on for P2 and maybe the win as well. Bit of contact up ahead, and yellow car behind, who shoved right past me about 2 laps ago, has just given me a little bump, which is going to be massively appreciated as I'm about to catch up to the lead pack of the 2 cars here. The little tandem drafting they've got going on there. They approach 200 miles per hour before heading into turn 3. And now obviously full throttle in there. I've got support from behind, I've got the draft as well to help me catch up slightly to the yellow car. Hit the brake a bit because I don't want to barge him out of the way or upset his turbulence a bit. But we're still behind. And he goes up the racetrack, and this is going to allow me, or if I was a bit more ballsy, I would have stayed on the throttle and not lifted. But oh well. Still behind. I might get the run, and I will get the support from behind. Now we're getting a bit of shoulder bargy. He tries going around the outside of the leader. He's also in the same blue car as me. But this will be good for me as we're on the preferred inside lane here at Daytona, especially when drafting. So I'm going to bump draft my way past the yellow car, and I'm going to bump draft essentially my teammate, I suppose. Mainly because we're in the same paint scheme. So we'll come across the line now for 3 laps to go. I don't think much happens until coming towards the end of the last lap, or until the last lap. I'm pretty sure it was just us 3, the 2 blue cars, and then the yellow car that tried killing me before. We just stuck together. You can see thinking about outside, but I stick inside. Yeah, so we're coming across the line now to the go. I get a bit loose there trying to do a switcheroo to get the inside. I saved it pretty well, to be fair. But I think that was the only thing of note coming across the line to lap 6. As again, it's still bump drafting. And this is the final lap now. All or nothing So, into turn 1 and 2, we stayed behind. Although I go a bit up the racetrack, trying to psych him out a little bit. Fall back in line on the apron, and I've got support now from the yellow car, so I thought, final lap, I've got the support from behind. I'm going to go round the outside. However, this was a mistake, as the yellow car behind just abandons me and goes to the third inside lane, makes a bit of contact. I go up the racetrack, I'm on the high side, and I get a bit desperate, I won't lie to you. I just kind of turn down on him. He doesn't budge, he turns back up into me. Into the wall I go. Doesn't affect me too much as the car behind is just too far back. He puts his hazards on, I guess, to apologise. But yeah, P3 after 7 laps. Not a bad result. Could have took the win if I was a bit more ballsy, I guess. Yeah, but apart from that, it was a decent race compared to what happened last race. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this Gran Turismo video, and goodbye.